Yeah, welcome to another installment of IT Fundi, and today we'll be talking about cybersecurity. We'll have this small segment where we talk about how to secure your emails, your social media, your other accounts. We're living in a time where cybersecurity is very key. Our data should be kept safe, and there are very many sophisticated methods of being able to hack into people's accounts. Now, where does that leave me and you? We're in a vulnerable position, and we have to take charge of our accounts and be able to secure ourselves. So we'll talk about two-factor authentication, OTPs, and basically that. And let's get a bit educated on that. That was for the YouTube thumbnail, and let's move on. So today we'll be talking about OTPs. What are OTPs? A one-time password, and basically I think we've all seen this in the time in which you live. If you're with your banking account, your bank usually sends you an OTP before your transaction, before you add a recipient, before you make some transactions, depending. When it comes to our emails also, you can add a recovery email, you can add a sort of recovery method or a second factor. Now, when they talk about factors, there is what you have, what you know, and there is another that I've forgotten, but basically it's all about having these different things that I can identify. For example, a password is what you know. When it comes to, for example, a card or a fingerprint or something like that, this is something you have. And that's why they call them factors. They're like different things you can use to sign in. And that's really oversimplified, but that's the use of the channel to just bring this information to you. How they work, there are some algorithms. The importance of this is just to know the value of this so that your account is secure and safe. The other bit is when we define two-factor authentication, Microsoft here has a very nice definition for us, and it's that, as you can see. And the important bit is to safeguard. It doesn't only work for accounts, but also for some devices. It's basically for access, and the benefits, as you can see, are also right there. The ways you can have two-factor, you can have push notifications. This is when your phones, when you log into your Gmail, and for example, you forgot your password or you don't want to use your password, you can say try another method, and basically it will send a notification to your phone to verify if it's you who is logging in. Push notifications, hardware tokens, as you can see, SMS, I think this one we know. Also voice-based authentication. Sometimes they can say join a call and just speak these words and then we'll log you in. Of course, that's a bit not maybe as convenient, but it's also one of the methods. So a question here is, what is 2FM versus MFA? The difference between two-factor authentication and multi-factor, it involves two steps to identify the user. That's the two-factor. And utilizes a one-time passcode, while multi-factor involves two or more steps. So multi-factor can add more layers to try to secure the account. An OTP, one-time password, automatically generated. Of course, there are algorithms and some nice computer science behind it, but the whole essence is, maybe if you're just interested, I'll link this in the description for you to know more about that if you're really curious about it. But I just want us to be educated about that as well. Lenovo, there is also what they call an authenticator app, and the two that I know that I use, there's Google and Microsoft. Basically, I'll show you how you do that, where you scan a QR code and then you can, it generates a one-time password, but it's timed. It's like every 60 seconds, it keeps changing. So for social media, you can see you can set up two-factor authentication for very many things. You can set it up for your social media, and each of these providers has a provision for you to be able to enable two-factor or either two-factor or multi-factor authentication. And I urge you that if you're watching this, you should really enable it for all your accounts, including your emails. Add those. There are usually those notifications that Google sends out as alerts to add recovery emails and recovery phone numbers and so on. Please do your best to enable all those. The same thing goes for email. When it comes to email, you can see the same thing. You can see you can do it for everything almost, and so you can see there. And the app I was talking about, This is the best I could see. For example, you download the Google or Microsoft Authenticator app. It's on the Play Store, and you can see here there is an option when you're enabling it for certain social media, or you can enable it for Facebook and all. When you click on that, you're able to the bit I wanted to show you is you're able to scan a QR code, and then there are a few simple steps to add it to your Microsoft Authenticator app, and the code keeps changing. As you can see that little dial over there, don't know if you could see that, but it keeps changing like every so often, like 60 seconds, 15 seconds, and this OTP keeps changing. It's usually a 6-digit number. Yeah. You see also X goes ahead to do the same to tell you how it is used, because it's very vital, and please don't take this lightly. Same thing with your adding a pin, adding multi-factor to your WhatsApp. Of course, we have a lot of maybe at some point we'll know what vishing is, smishing is, and phishing, where you're lured onto tapping a link, and when you tap on that link, of course your account can get compromised. So WhatsApp is one of those places where it's prominent, because they keep sharing these links. For the ones who are TikTokers, the same thing. You should also ensure that you have this enabled to have yourself secure. Yeah. Basically, that was most of the content I had for you today, and I encourage you to subscribe and wait for more as we grow this channel. Thank you so much.